Lawnmower Deck Repair Deja Vu. William Hovey Smith, 2012.
I'm Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and this is Lawnmower Deck Repair Deja Vu again. We've actually done this before on another spot on this particular lawnmower deck. What happened was that this idler wheel sitting up on this bracket was inclined and it was throwing the belt. So when I examined and removed it, I saw there's a large tear here around a square punched hole. The way we're working this is to take a bolt like this, put it through a drilled hole here, and then attach it to an aluminum backing plate which will go on the underside. Then a nut and bolt will be run back through this hole as it was originally and give it added strength and support. We'll be about running this bolt down. I've got a couple of washers I want to put on it, and we'll see if we can get it started on straight. Unfortunately, that spring, of course, is getting in the way. Now, I've run this bolt down this hole before, so it's actually got some threads to catch on. Now, it's actually caught up on those threads. So we're going to turn it over and actually start from the underside. As you can see, we have our screw through, and this is our backing plate. Now, this actually is a piece of salvage channel aluminum, like here, and I've cut these two ends off. So now we have a flat piece, and we'll put that in place, like yay, and put down a lock washer, and of course a nut. Okay, I put that down fairly tight because now we're going to have to actually drill a hole through here, and I'm going to drill it from the other side. So we're going to flip it over again and do the drilling. When you've got something that may shift in the work, it's reasonable to do a pilot hole first. So that's what we're going to do, and try to center it up right here. Okay, that's through. And that is exactly centered in the hole. So that did good. Now, this is the bolt that we need to go through, and we need a bigger hole, guys. So, all right, larger bit. Now, will this fit? Okay, I think we're going to take care of the rest from the underside, though. All right, now, of course, we got to flip it over again. What we have done here is actually taken this large bit and countersunk a hole here in the aluminum backing plate. Now you'll notice this is a carriage bolt that's actually round-headed. So now that we've got two attachment points, we're going to flip this over and actually attach the works and put the nut on from the other side. So we move this bracket back into place where it was. And we're going to have to put it back over that hole, which is going to take a few gentle taps here. We've done a little attitude adjustment on here with the carpenter's hatchet. And in the meantime, whilst we were doing that, the bolt of course fell through. So now we're going to put the bolt in from the underside and see if we can catch enough threads to hold it. If I'm fortunate, we'll be able to do it here. Okay. There we go. And so we can start it. All right. All right. And if all goes well, that should tighten up as it grabs the aluminum. So we shall see. Feels good. Feeling added resistance now, so yeah, it's doing some good. It's also straightening up the metal, and it's actually bending that aluminum a little bit to fit and true everything up. So we're doing exactly what we need to do here. Okay. So these seams are now lying very nearly flat, right here and here. So we've done what we can do there. So now we just need to reattach the idler pulley, and we're doing good. And where it was. Alrighty. So, repair completed. And that probably saved, well, a couple of $100 actually. From the underside, you can see now that the carriage bolt is fitting very nearly flush with the backing plate. This is firmly attached, and so this plate is going to increase the strength of this deck considerably. Now, how do I know that this method works? Well, I've used it over here on another part of the lawnmower previously. In this case, I actually had 2 carriage bolts to work with. And the reason I put in 2 there was, of course, otherwise that backing plate would tend to work back and forth, and you don't want that to happen. You want it to be stable once you put it in there. So hence 2 bolts at least to hold it. Yeah, you could put 3. 3 doesn't do particularly good, but 2 does just fine. And I'm going to put a little paint on that, on the new one, and just to stick it together a little better, and then that should do, and this goes back on the lawnmower. Now, while I had the deck down and fairly clean, I went ahead and used a little bit of primer I had left over in a can, and went ahead and just put a coat of primer on it, and that'll help protect the underside of that deck.
I'm probably best known as the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, Converting Deer to Dunner for Pennies per Pound. I've got other books too, like Crossbow Hunting, Extreme Muzzleloading, and Practical Bow Fishing, which is now also available as an ebook. For more information on my books, blogs, videos, and radio show, Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye and God bless.